Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we are back to LEGO Batman 2 DC Superheroes. Let's continue. So we've unlocked the Penguin, which effectively I think is going to allow us to now cheat our way through a lot more of the puzzles here. We're trying to just save time, trying to be as efficient as possible. So instead of having to go down here, get the Batman suit and climb up, which would take us not really that much time for this one. All we have to do is come up here, change to the Penguin, press that, release an explosive thing, and blow it up. Same is true for any silver brick objects anywhere, as long as they aren't super problematic areas where I can't land. So, like this gold brick here is a Superman one that can't really be done by anybody but Superman. So why'd I turn myself into Robin? Let's see, can I name even some dynamic Superman villains that would have worked on the scale of what they wanted to do it? Because that's really what it gets down to, is you can't do Doomsday or Darkseid. I think it's Darkseid. Yeah, I think Doomsday is the Marvel equivalent. Maybe no, Doomsday is somebody else completely. Thanos is the Marvel equivalent. Come on. Oh! These are so horrible. These ones in particular are so awful. You'd think maybe there was a flying vehicle somewhere that perhaps... I don't like the stitch work on the cape, actually. I like the cape physics, but when you get right down to it, I don't think Superman's cape should be stitched together. And just, even if it was stitched together, I don't, like, maybe it doesn't look stitched, maybe it looks more just pressed, but either way, you can see that this is woven fabric, and I would like to think his cape is made from a blanket or something that he had in his pod when he was sent to Earth. So it's supposed to be indestructible. In the Supergirl story that I was reading, they specifically made a point to say all of her outfit was Kryptonian armor. Come on. We'll just fly really high up and hope we can fall and hit it. See, that doesn't even work. There we go. Finally. So, yeah, if they adopted that as the thought. Come on, can I jump? I think I may have to walk out of here just to be able to reach where I'm going. So if they just wanted to retcon it and say that his new outfit is Kryptonian armor or Kryptonian technology, that would be nice. Instead of but I mean, I'm just complaining about how it looks in this one game that is not really canon to anything. It looks like I'm gonna have to go right back to Superman. Because I can't reach that height any other way. Notice how they're ringing every area around there where you have to use the laser beam and probably use Superman with some more gold stuff. I mean, it's a decent thought, but it doesn't really turn into a excellent experience, because if you sat here and did this and did this and did this and did this, you'd just be sitting there for a long time for no real reason. Let's see, next gold brick. Alright, that one's gonna require Robin. And if that one requires Robin, it starts over here. And then it goes from over here. Wow, it's all the way down there. Interesting. Get this red brick first of all.
Let's get him.
Now, as far as I can tell, I doubt there is any character super build. I'll turn that on. Now, in this game, you were pretty fast building anyways, so having the super build ability seems to be an unnecessary and redundant red brick. Unnecessary and redundant might be the name of this game and this whole free play area, though. But I don't know if that's particularly the fair statement in the world to say that, because I feel, regardless of the fact that this open world section doesn't really add that much and you're not very motivated to play it, I still feel like it being here is better than it not being here like it was in the first game. Also, they took out the complete playing as the villains section, as far as we can tell, as far as we've seen so far. There hasn't been another set of levels that were playing as Lex Luthor and the Joker like there was in the first game. Honestly, I don't think that many people who are fans of the DC universe really want to play as the villains, or Lego fans for that matter. This one's gonna take me all around this. I'm gonna go in complete circles. Particularly in this game, it wouldn't have worked, because Lex and the Joker would have been the only characters you could have played as, unless they were going to have it each place where we are running up to a villain and beating them up and unlocking them. If that was instead an area where you walk through a door, went to a level, played as the villain, and when you beat that level in story mode, you unlock that villain, that could have worked, I suppose. Here's a little pretty cool idea. I'm gonna have to do this for all 4 of them now. Darn it. This is gonna take a while. Well, that wasn't the gold brick I was coming to get. Quit running away.
Get him!
These goons just popping in out of nowhere. Alright, so I guess you have to climb this one. I guess they couldn't decide, or they just wanted two of these right next to each other. This is the one I thought I was doing. Oh, come on! Right, stinking.
Get him! Get him!
I mean, it's not a bad idea. These whole oil things don't make a ton of sense. I mean, never have I seen this depicted in Gotham, that the entire city is just laden with oil pipes. Gotham, I don't even think is an oil city. If anything, I think it was arguably made somewhat rich by harbors. Oh, I almost missed that because I jumped and I shouldn't have jumped. See, it looked like you were supposed to climb the pole there and you weren't. That's bad layout. Or just, yeah, layout would be about the right term. Bad directing of the player. Which this whole game has had that as an issue. We've been just thrown to the lions as far as trying to figure out how to do half of this. Alright, let's go back to Hal Jordan. Which, that's the funny thing about Green Lantern in particular, is that they all call him Hal Jordan, they don't call him Green Lantern. Here's one we can cheat at because we have Man-Bat. So we'll just come over here and change the Man-Bat. Press the B button, break it, done. Honestly, I don't even see how you would have gotten up here without Man-Bat. There may have been no cheating involved in this. Let's look here on the edges. Okay, no, you would have climbed up here. Yes, yes, help me, help me. There you go, he's free. Is that Commissioner Gordon that we're saving each time? That's not even that funny. Because Commissioner Gordon, actually, of the police force, is one of the few that are actually out there trying to stop crime and being at least somewhat successful on it. If it was standard police minifig, I wouldn't have a problem with it. There we go. This is a Mr. Freeze switch. Mr. Freeze isn't damaged by the frost there. Let's see, there's one down here. Let's hop down here and get this one. We'll use the laser eye beam for this. Come on, quit saving. I don't know if you're ever going to get to play as the little penguins. Come to think of it, that would be kind of silly if that was an unlockable character, wouldn't it? Yeah, they're not going to be a playable character. The other goons, sure, it makes sense. This one actually requires Robin, so we're going to have to actually do this one. Wait a minute, how is Robin going to get through all of the electricity? I don't know. Maybe Hazard Suit Robin can do that? That's gonna be interesting. I guess we want to keep it 50-50 on completing the easy to get collectible gold bricks and the difficult ones. The last thing we'd want to do is have a small section of really difficult collectibles that we'd have to fly around to get. We will almost certainly have a couple that we missed that might even be the difficult ones, but we wouldn't want to make an entire episode or 2 or 3 or 4 be completely centered around attempting something like this. And I can really see why LEGO Marvel didn't go as strong on these platforming tricks. There was a couple of them, but then they backed off on a lot of them too, where it was not as much to do with getting from the ground to the top. The Eiffel Tower. I mean, not the Eiffel Tower, the Empire State Building being a good example of one that was really difficult to climb, particularly since we were using psychic powers to make a regular person climb him. But there were more races, and I would hate to ever say I would want more races in a LEGO game, but if the comparison is just more of this and some variety with some races, I kind of want some variety with some races. And I don't know how I can justify that in my mind, since I know for a fact they wouldn't do a good job with the races. I know for a fact they haven't done a good job with the races. So I don't have to wash these things off, do I? Nope. Here's an interesting transition there. Definitely experimenting, and I did not like how that felt. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. There we go. Now we have the acrobat suit, which you can see they're leaning heavily on requiring the acrobat suit, so that at least a decent percentage of these things have to think this way. Until we get like Clayface, and it turns out Clayface can just turn into a big ball whenever you feel like it. And if that is the case, I'm gonna feel silly. That's about the only thing I could think of that would actually allow us to cheat out of actually doing the things they want us to do. Punch this, punch this, punch. Punch this. And then it freezes me there. Well, I had 131 of 250, so there's still a pretty significant amount. So I guess those goons over there wouldn't be playable characters either. That would only make sense. Only the mini big guys that actually have faces, I bet, are playable. We're starting to narrow it down to the point where the screen isn't just totally full of gold bricks. Looks like there's one down here. Alright. We'll come over here and get the juice, which we don't really need. Probably. Put the juice in here. So we're solving this the right way, but we could have cheated with just Man-Bat. No real explanation as to why that closed. I guess it saw the other guy. It'd be nice if I would just stay invisible so nobody else would come after me. I mean, we have to admit it is rather dull to just be constantly getting attacked by the same old goons and the same old guys. Whereas this is gold brick. It's like way up here. There's one there. Is there one there? Nope. There's one over here. Well, we can get this. There we go. 635 million. And only gonna get bigger and bigger. Even if I by purchasing everything else that is available to us, we're not going to really go down much, just because of our lovely all score multipliers being on. And I love the system where you get to that, but it is definitely a ridiculous system too. Alright, so one's here. Clipping through those things. There we go. A lot of collectibles on Wayne Tower. Not really surprising that that's the case. I don't like the design of Wayne Tower, I will say. It seems silly to have this giant tower that's like stories and stories bigger than where we are. Really? Is there like a reason that you would have had to climb all the way up there? I mean, if you didn't have any flying characters. I gotta see this. There's really no point at which you wouldn't have the ability to fly. So what's this? Just all the way down. This feels like something you'd get an achievement for. Of course, it would be way more fun to jump off Wayne Tower than it would be to climb up it. I'll have to check to see if there are any Steam achievements in this game at all. That will certainly change my mind about whether I would do any of that. Alright, so I think we can solve this one pretty easily. If we just change the cyborg, bring that up, and then change to Robin, all the other pieces of the puzzle, climbing up that section, can be just eliminated, not needed to be done. Remember kids, it's not cheating, it's working smarter. Anybody that wants you to spend the maximum amount of effort to accomplish something is not your friend. I fear that's gonna get a lot of kids in trouble with their teachers. Yep. Remember kids, your teacher always thinks they're right. I'm not gonna say they always are right, but they always think they're right, and they have the authority to get you in trouble if you disagree, so act cautiously. There is some truth to you need to know the basics, so if you're like in a math class, they want you to show that you can actually solve the math and show your work. That being said, we need to rethink how we teach math now that we're in an age where everybody has a calculator. Alright, I'm gonna do a little risky thing here. There we go. And then I need it to be as the penguin, not... So this may just blow me up. Oh good, no knockback. So that one looks like... This one here looks like we've got to work our way this way, and then this way, and then down this way. I think this is good enough. I don't think we have to go any further. We can just again use Cyborg, who we had as soon as we beat the main story. That gets this Robin suit, and that's all we really needed. Where do we go to then? There you go, just have to hit A without pressing forward. Jeez, how am I gonna make this? Very badly. I like the concept of these things. They just don't quite work as smoothly as I would hope they would. Get up there. There. Turn into a ball. And smooth this out this way. We're almost to 140. So, let's look at the map here. Well, we've done a pretty good job of clearing things out, but there's definitely things we're missing. I think the white things are uh, remote access to the back computer. I think the purple things are vehicles that we can use, but they're just constantly respawning regular vehicles. And then these vehicles we see, I need to purchase all these gates I need to do, all these enemies I need to do, this gold one here. We've still got a significant chunk of it over here in the middle section too. So there's still a lot to do. Unfortunately, it's all kind of the same, isn't it? We have 24 out of 50 citizens in peril rescued. I bet there's 14 there. That would get us up to 38. So you're talking maybe 12 more in the overworld. There's 3 more red bricks. We're not touching the mini kits, so we're still at 51 out of 150. As far as the gold bricks look like, it will probably get close to all of them, but not quite all of them. I would say maybe 30 at most are in the levels that we need to play in free play. Anywho, that's going to be it for this episode. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment if you want to, and watch every second of my videos. All of that helps out. If you want to support me, you can click on my name, Rydo. On the right is a blue button that says support this channel. Click it, make a donation. And if you want to friend or follow me on basically any social media sites, there's a whole bunch of links down below. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.